Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. So here in this video, I'd like to talk about two options that we have now on the Polkadot chart. Let's talk, or actually three. Yeah, and I'm going to talk about when which scenario will become more likely. So we've got a situation here where I think we can justify to say that a possible 5-wave move was obviously finished when Polkadot peaked here at around $7.11. It then came down, hit the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement, at the time one of our trend reversal areas that we had defined. So here, yeah, turned around and did rally, broke above the wave 1 high. So what are the possibilities? First possibility is that this is exactly the correct count and that we are now rallying in a third wave. The third wave would, however, need to break above $10. I think in the best case here, we would be talking about, or actually it's not the best case, actually what we expect of a wave 3. The wave 3 would need to reach 10.55. I'm starting to doubt this scenario a little bit now. The reason I am is because the subdivisions don't perfectly align. It looks like we already have complete or nearly complete 3 waves in wave 3, but we've really only reached 787, which means we would need to get a very much extended wave 5. Now that's possible, but I'm just saying I'm starting to doubt it a little bit. Nevertheless, this is still a valid option, and I did highlight to you in the last video that as long as we are now holding the 50% Fibonacci retracement of the third wave, which is the $7.08 level, yeah, or let's just say $7 to keep it simple. As long as that's the case, this count for me is valid, and we can reach that sort of 10.50 level. Okay, scenario 1 complete. Okay, so that's all right. Anybody therefore who entered here in my trend reversal area or here in the one that we had before could therefore move up their stop loss below that level and just let it run. I think that is sort of one possible strategy to play this. Another count that we have here is that we say, all right, we have the situation that we didn't have wave 1 complete. Yeah, so we would be talking then about a scenario similar to VeChain, where we're saying we only had 3 waves complete, and that this low was the 4th wave, and that the 5th wave is running now in an extension. That's possible because this was, you can argue that all of this correction here was just a sideways flat correction. In this scenario, we haven't really completed wave 2 yet. So that basically this wave 1 would move up here, yeah, and this wave 2 would happen later. This is good news for everybody who wants to scale in later, at a later stage. And I start to think that is not too unlikely. And the reason is because if we were really in a third wave here, we should really start to rally now. We should continue. We should cut through this resistance here like a knife through butter. And it's not doing that yet. Of course it can still do that, but if this carries on for another few days or so, this sideways movement, then I will make the other scenario that I just showed you my primary. For now, we need to have an open mind. And I think those are pretty good news, actually. I think they are pretty good news because they allow us to, if that's the case, then we are at the end of a 5th wave here, and we could scale back in a wave 2. Yeah, at some point then we could get an ABC correction and buy back in a wave 2. I will of course always keep you updated. For now though, as long as that $7 level holds, I'm assuming the current count is correct. If $7 break, then we are going to that second scenario that I just showed you. And then I would assume that we have a wave 1 top in place here. Yeah, that we're coming down an ABC correction that gives us a possibility to scale in again, to buy in again. And I think that would be great. Cheaper. Yeah. And they are the key scenarios. And the scenario in which we are now in a 5th wave, I mean, what do we talk about in terms of targets? So let's say, okay, wave 1 never finished. Let's say we do something like this, and apologies, I'm just moving the waves here a little bit. Hope that's not too confusing, but let's say that wave 5 is sort of here at the moment. then what are the targets? So target wise, let's see if we're actually already in the target range then. We talk here about, yes. So the target range then would be between 750, and I would even go all the way up in the best case to the 1.618 extension, and we talk about $10.09. Yeah. So we are now in a large target range. Now, going to $10.09, I mean, this is a significantly extended fifth wave. I don't think that's necessarily super likely, but it depends to a degree on Bitcoin as well. Most likely we talk here about 750, and because we reacted to this as well, you know, this is a typical target for a fifth wave. Therefore, I'm thinking, guys, keep an open mind and secure your profits either by taking some partials or move up your stop loss. And if you haven't entered, maybe look forward to a possible dip and be able to scale in again lower. And yeah, I'd certainly do that. And yeah, it depends to a degree on Bitcoin. I mean, if Bitcoin now gets an extension in the fifth wave as well, you know, you can get here an extended fifth wave for Polkadot. But yeah, these are basically the two main scenarios. Okay, there's a third one where we talk here about the idea that this is just an overshooting B wave here at the moment, and we also come down. But that is very similar. This scenario is very similar to the wave 5 scenario that we have now. And to be honest, maybe I'm going to take that off the chart, because the overshooting B wave is very similar to the wave 5 scenario. I don't want to make it too complicated. But therefore here we've got the alternative wave 2, yeah? So either wave 2 is already in, or we are still in wave 1 and wave 2 is still to come. These are the two scenarios, and the $7 level is the one that will probably tell us which, you know, if we break below $7, we can probably say that we are still in the wave 2 and we'll have a chance to buy a little bit lower. And then we'll have the same scenario that we had before on some other coins where we're coming down an A wave, B wave, C wave, and we'll have a chance to buy the A and then possibly also the C. So yeah, that's sort of my best read of this chart. So hope you like the update about Polkadot. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested, check out our trading course that we offer on morecryptoonline.com. And check out our Instagram and Twitter. Here you can find additional content every day. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.